Hey YouTube, how you guys doing today? Kevin here, coming back at you with another video. Okay, so we are putting together the transmission assembly for the kv75. So in here, there are 30 balls, 5 each, and they fit on each side of here and here, on all the way around, okay? So each one, there's an opening there. And I had to, you slide this up just a hair to get the clip in. The fat part faces down, and that's where I'm at. So I already shot this part of the video, but it messed up. So I'm redoing that part again, just kind of talking you through it. Alright, there is a thrust washer at the bottom of the shaft here. Thrust washer on top of this shaft here. And now we're back to where I was. Okay. So you have a thrust washer on this, and the letter K faces out, faces down, okay? This is your detent. So we'll put some assembly lube on this. You don't want to put these in dry. Never a good moment if you do that, I'll tell you right now. Alright, and then we're going to put this in. This is the tricky part because there is so much involved in it. But I'm going to attempt to do it without destroying all the work I've done. Put that in like that. Slip that into that one there. This gets tricky because you don't want to hurt that seal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit here. At this time, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to take this shaft out. Like that. That right there like so. Take this one out. The assembly lube does not make it easier. Just tell you that right now. Alright. Put this one into this fork here. Make sure my thrust bearing is on there. And I'm going to attempt to put all 3 pieces in together. Looks like I might have had a successful run at that. Okay. That, my friends, is how you cheat putting that together. So that's all in there. Shifter drum is in there. All my thrust washers are in and in place. Everything is nice and clean. Okay. Lubing everything up. Okay. Thrust washer on top of that. Right like so. And that, my friends, is how it fits together, right like that. Then, we'll take some of that. I'll poke that right around there, right around the shifter drum, where it comes through the case. Be done with that part of it. A little bit on that thrust bearing there. Okay, make sure everything is clean. Then I'm going to get some RTV silicone. Alright, So we put the silicone, the RTV silicone. I didn't video that because it just kind of, you know, boring. So we're all set together there. We're all lubed up together there. We have the crankshaft installed in our other case on this side right here. We have all the seals and bearings installed on this case. So now we have to lube a bearing, which I knocked over my lube. I gotta figure out where I put it. There it is over here. I gotta lube one bearing over here. And then we can start assembling this bad boy. Okay, here we go. Yep. Case is already cleaned, all set to go. RTG. Alright. Let's see if we can get this in without any major dilemmas. I do want to put a little oil on that too as well. Okay. Alright, on the drum style there side. Okay. That, my friends, just basically slid together. Okay, jumps through. That's all through there. Everything turns as it should. Okay, we're going to flip it over this way. And we're going to start putting in the screws. So, here we go. Here we have you. Right there. It's all lined up for you. Pop it out. Slide them in. There's no cucker on the screws. Pull all the foamies off. Get the foam off them. Okay. And then the same thing. I'm going to be working on the crankshaft first. Just kind of go around, make sure you can't do rods in the middle and it's not getting pinched. And then it will just literally, I'm just walking them right in. Walking all the screws in evenly. You'll start to feel the case go together. She'll creak. And then one of the screws that you loosened up, or you tightened up, will loosen up on you. Just how it is. Okay. Okay, so now we have the case basically screwed together. Transmission's in, it's all happy. And then we're going to check and make sure there's no gaps. There is no gaps. And now I'm going to teach you guys how I seat the crankshaft, okay? So what I do is I take my rubber mallet. Real simple. I give it a good whack on each end. And that feels good. Now look inside there, make sure I got even spacing. Looks good inside the crankcase. And then I can go ahead and tighten up those screws. Pretty cool, huh? And that's all there is to it, guys. That's all there is to it. So I'm going to take my impact driver. Give that one a good one. Give that one a good one. Okay, make sure you get them all. Yeah. Okay, make sure I didn't miss any. Then I'm going to do the other case, the rest of the case. Okay, that just ensures that it's tight. Now the case is completely tight. We have a bolt, a nut, and a, I think I might actually have a better one of these. No, maybe not? Okay. We're going to wipe this all up right here real quick. This is for the shifter shaft. Right here. You guys can see that now. I just want to make sure there's no crap on it. Can't wait to ride this motor, this bike. This is a lock nut. So we're going to torque this down later on. We're not going to do it just yet. We are going to get it set into place though. Okay. Okay, there's that one. On this side over here, there is a spacer. It's like a sleeve. Like that. And then there is a nut. Gotta figure. Oh, I dropped that. I did drop that. That was the nut that dropped, I think. Yeah. That's how that goes. Okay, yeah, like that. So we have a brand new sprocket for this end. Okay, we've got a brand new sprocket that we got for this. What do you call it there? Whole piece. Alright, so what's wrong with that? I gotta figure that out. Oh, I'm on the other. Okay, I got it. Okay, so if you're doing this and you can only turn it a quarter way, either way, that's because this bolt right here is loose. You gotta tighten up that bolt and put your jam nut on, because what happens is the drum drops down and then it locks in between different gears. So I just got freaked out for a minute there. Alright, so back on this. So same thing with this. There's a little tab right there, a little lock tab that goes into the hole. And then you have your jam nut right here that goes on the end. Okay. Alright, so that's on. That right there, I tighten that up, get that done. There is a lot to this little engine, believe it or not, there is. And it's kind of scary actually how much there actually is involved with this little motor. However, it's not a whole bad thing, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's get crack-a-lacking on this side. So we're going to put the shifter shaft in. Let me go find the one I'm using. Alright, I got my shifter shaft, looks nice. Right on the end. A lot better than the original one that came out of this engine. Alright, so I'm going to lube the shaft here. I like assembly lube, and I like to use a lot of it. Just because it's going to be going through this little stud right here. Make sure you have your stud in there. Now that stud right there, let's see if I can blow you guys up here for a second, is going to go in between the spring. There is a spring right here. It's going to fit right in the hole there. So it slides through here. As nice as it can. Looking probably on the battery thing I didn't hold it up with. There we go. Yep, that's what was holding me up. Make sure the spring goes in there, and then this goes on the top of it just like so. Alright. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Alright, so we're going to keep crack-a-lacking. We're going to keep going. I'm running out of time, unfortunately. So some of this I might do off camera. But I figured I'd hang out with you guys and see if we can get some stuff done on it. Let's see where we're at. I know it's kind of a tedious thing. There's a what do you call it there? It can definitely be tedious. There is a lot to this thing. So we have got to just keep plugging away at it. Okay, so we have the big gear. There's a recessed gear. Okay, looks like the recessed face is in. We're going to double check that, make sure that's correct though, and find out which way that goes. Alright. Sometimes people do things like, so right here, on the large gear there is a recessed part. Looks like it was incorrectly installed at one point because there was rubbing on that, and then there's a flat spot. But you can see the imprint of the gear in the middle there. That means that this right here might possibly have been installed. Let's read what it says. The large input gear must go on with the recess towards the crankshaft. The crankcase. Okay. The small... Okay, so the recess part has to go in. So I think they put that on backwards at one point. And messed that all up. That's what it looks like to me. Get that all nice and clean up in there. Okay. Okay. Not rubbing, not hitting. Alright. Then there is a small gear. So I have to go get the remainder of my parts for this thing. Okay, yep. So there is a gear. And the oil pump drive. Alright, so we will finish fitting this together. This is for the oil seal. We're up in here, so we're going to be working on this portion of it at the moment. This slides over the crank and into the crank seal there. Make sure it does not what do you call it there? Distort the crank seal. Okay. And then we have the clutch piece here. This is what grabs it. This is a one-way lock on this thing. So I think this is the piece I wanted to check and see if I had another one, because I didn't like the teeth that are on it. See how it looks? So we're going to see if I can find another one of these, and I'll be right back. Okay. A lot better. So we're going to use this one. So we're going to fit on here and mesh in with the gears. It's going to sit beautifully up there. I need to get a key. I didn't like the key that came off that, so I have to order a key, and then we can put the clutch on. That we will adjust. Don't forget your thrust washer. It goes right in between here. This one already has one. I got to get a key for this and put this on, and then this sits on top like so. And then we have to put a spacer in here, and then it has a nut and a washer. a nut that goes on the end with a washer. So that's where we're at with that. So I want to take you guys over real quick and show you guys something else. So now we're back over here. I put the front tire on with the new brakes, so it's got the new brakes in it. All works good there. So it's got the new brakes, the new tire, the new wheel bearings in the front. In the back here, I put the new tire on. It's got the new brakes in it. If I get that off there, it fits on there nice and snug actually. Come on. I gotta fix that. Okay. So, I have to clean up in here first. There's a little ridge right there. But we got the new brakes right here. They'll go on here. Now it fits right on there, no problem. Okay, so we got that. We got the new wheel bearings in. And then the only thing we're waiting for on this, which is already ordered, is the chain and sprocket. And then the chassis will be up and rolling. All that part done. We have to finish off the engine. And then we are we're on the tank after that, and then this bike is up and running. Then we can strip it down, modify it, and do all that type of stuff to it. So as you guys can tell, you know, it's a learning process on this particular engine, because I haven't done one of these automatic clutch style motors. And so like I said, whenever you're taking apart a bike, get the book. Okay, get the book, go through it, learn it, study it. I'm still having camera issues with my thing there, trying to figure out how to do all this. So, still a work in progress, but we're getting it. Anyway, guys, I'm off for right now. I got some stuff I have to get done, and I will talk to you guys later. And we'll continue on this awesome journey on the kv75. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.